All right. We're here. We've made it. It's time. It's Sunday. All right. Well, that was less chaotic than normal. I don't even know what to do when it's not chaos. All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Hi. I'm a practical eccentric, and I'm here for Dreamlight Valley because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has the star path officially ended? Let me look. What is that? This button? Oh, no, 2 days. Okay. I was like, wasn't it not that long? Anyway, I pay attention. Can you tell? I'm totally into it and like have everything written down and logged. Anyway, I'm doing all right today. I had a 6-day work week this week, so I worked yesterday. So today is my only relax day before I get back into, normal day job sort of things. But that's okay. I have a full week next week, and then I think the next week after that is when I get a reprieve. So I get a 3-day work week and a 4-day weekend, which is my choice. I did that. So yes, I am definitely looking forward to some relaxation, some, normal stuff, and like normal stuff, normal Dreamlight Valley game time, I guess. I don't even know. All right. But before we get too far in, let's do the quote of the day, shall we? So the quote of the day is, there are ups and downs, but whatever happens, you have to trust and believe in yourself. And that is from Luka Modric. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I may not be because we're human and we don't know all the things. We try to know most of the things. No. Some of the things, we try to have a grasp on the things. But anyway, the reason I picked that quote is because I was looking originally for quotes about trust and trusting in yourself and believing in yourself and continued, acceptance of the fact that things are not going to be perfect. Things are, not everything can be fantastic all of the time. You're not going to be totally on top of things all of the time. But when you are up, that's great. And when you are down, it's okay. Like, it's okay. And I've been doing a lot of self-reflection this week, particularly around content creation, just because now that I've gotten through some of the stuff that I had been dreading, it kind of gives me a new outlook on things that I have not addressed yet and renewed vigor as far as, okay, I can tackle some of that stuff now. So this morning I actually was dealing with some elements that I want to start including in my videos. There's some of the videos that I release, I know that they have big flaws to them, and that's okay. That's where I am right now, and I am accepting that. But now that I have kind of addressed some stuff that I had been putting off, and I have this kind of renewed vigor to address things that I know are still flaws, it gives me that motivation to, well, can I tackle that? And so this morning I sat down and I started looking at some elements. I started doing some editing things for those elements and just kind of trying to get a good grasp of like, okay, what is the next thing I want to tackle? And I have to be careful because sometimes when I, am working on something and I have a plan for something, and then something new introduces itself into, the overthinking part of my brain, the part that's like, well, what about this other thing? And what about this other thing? And what about this and that and the other? And then I get excited about that. I forget about the stuff that I am currently doing, and all of my energy goes into the new thing. And then that project or that thing that I've been working on kind of takes a back seat and gets set aside. And then it could be months or years later before I'm like, oh shit, I didn't actually deal with that fully. I didn't complete that thing. And it's tough because a lot of this stuff it's never really complete. Like there's always things that I could do to improve or work on or learn and apply and all of that. So, I mean, it's never really done, but I have to accept that I can get it to where it's done enough and then address things later. And it's just a continuous growth cycle. It's, there is no real end and there is no real beginning. It's just like, oh, let's add another layer in. So while I did some stuff this morning, I have to keep myself on track for the stuff that I've been doing over January, which are my new video series that I'm working on, my continued video series that I have been doing since, I don't even know, it's been over a year, I think. But regardless, those things need to be addressed for the stuff, like that added layer. But I can't lose track of the fact that I have one of my series videos that comes out on Mondays ready to go. It's already scheduled. Everything's great for that. And then I need to do my Tuesday video, which is not terribly difficult, but tomorrow morning when I'm supposed to work on that video, I can't let the new layer of stuff that I'm like, okay, I want to deal with that too, take over and then supersede the stuff that I'm currently scheduled to do. So I have to kind of figure out pockets of time to work towards the new stuff while not losing the maintenance of the stuff that's currently going on. And I feel like I will be okay, partially because I'm talking about it right now out loud. Like, okay, this is like real life. You can't just, you can, and I could just be like, screw those videos. I'm going to take all of my time and devote it to the new thing. And the only person that might be annoyed by it, well, I don't know, people might be annoyed by it, I don't know, but I will annoy myself because I know I don't have to jump full on deep end into the new thing. I can incorporate it. So yeah, I was looking for like trusting the process. Like if it takes me all of February to figure out how to add the new stuff in, then so be it. You know what? I've been doing stuff for a while now that wasn't perfect, and I don't need to perfect it tomorrow. I don't need to do that. I can let it build and take my time and not lose track of the stuff that I'm currently doing that I would like to continue to maintain, just so that I can jump to the end on the new stuff. I don't need to do that. I can be patient with myself. I can be patient with the process, and I can trust. I can trust that there are ups and downs. Just because I noticed, and not only noticed the flaws, I've noticed the flaws for a long time. But now that I feel like I can maybe address some of those flaws, that doesn't mean I need to perfect and fix those flaws tomorrow. I don't need to do that. I can be patient. I can control myself, theoretically. So anyway, we're here, and although I thought we were already done with the star path, it's kind of irrelevant because it really doesn't change what we're doing. When the new star path starts, it'll start, and I'll either be, well, I'm ready for it. Like, I'm ready to get back to questing. I'm ready to get back to new stuff. I'm ready to get back to new duties and things to earn and all of that. And the resource management, the storage management, all of that stuff isn't going to really change between now and when it officially happens. So whether or not this star path has already ended or it ends in 2 days really doesn't change what we're doing right now. So anyway, hi. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm mostly good. Feeling oddly motivated at the moment. I'm not used to it being January, February where I feel like this. I'm used to it being like towards the end of February and then on into March and then spring, right? So it feels weird to feel like this now. And I'm worried that I'm not like terribly worried by it, but I am a little worried that I'm going to hit some kind of period of burnout or overwhelm or something at a time, like for my art stuff. I'd really like to, I'm looking forward to getting back into doing some more art craft streams. I'm getting, maybe figuring out what I want to do as far as like videos on YouTube for that, because that was where I started when I first started making content for YouTube, was doing art craft type things. And I thought for sure that was where my main focus was going to be. The problem is that in the wintertime, it's very difficult for me to incorporate that because the place I usually do art craft stuff even without recording or making any content out of it, is my garage. And it's cold. It's cold out there. And so wintertime is not a great time for me to feel like I'm ready to get out there and do that. But it gives me time to like plan. And I feel like the stuff that I'm working on now, that I'm excited and motivated to work on right now, is going to be beneficial in the next 2 months to figuring out how I want to apply it to that stuff. So I'm like looking forward to that. But I really hope I don't end up in burnout mode when the temperatures rise and I actually can physically be in that space for extended periods of time making things. Whether or not I end up making content out of it or not is kind of irrelevant. When that nice weather hits, I'm going to want to be out there. I'm going to want to open my garage door. I'm going to want, fresh air and sunlight and bird sounds and the kids playing outside and things like that. So fingers crossed that maybe my ebb and flow is not going to be quite the extreme as it has been in years past, where even if I start to feel like less motivated or less excited, it won't be like, and now all I want to do is sit on the couch all of my spare time. And instead of, maybe today is I just glue stuff day, or I want to chat more while potentially making things, even though it may end up being more chat. I don't know. Time will tell, right? And we'll just have to be patient and see what it's like and accept the ups and downs that are on the way. But anyway, I think that's about it for that. So what are we going to do today? I have some ideas about what I want to do today. I do want to get my spreadsheet up just in case. I have done nothing in game today. Usually before stream on Sundays, I have already played. I'm not doing that, obviously, since I worked on a bunch of other stuff, which usually when I get up in the morning, I need time to wake up and feel human and do all the things. But today I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and look at my spreadsheet. I realized I hadn't scheduled tomorrow's video yet. I was like, that was all prepped and ready before I went to work yesterday. And I meant to come home and do it, and then I didn't. So I was like, I have to make sure I get that done. So I did that very first thing this morning. And all I had to do was just schedule it and put in new description. I have to do credits for the music I use and all of that. So, but I keep that process very simple for myself, because whether or not I make it more complex later, that's not the step I'm on right now. The step is making it happen as simply for myself as possible, so I get that practice of doing, and then I can build upon that, because smaller steps more often, right? It's a theme. All right. Let's see. I do want to do some resource gathering, particularly up here in the Forgotten Lands. I do need to do pumpkins. I haven't been to any Scrooge's shops. I haven't done Daisy. I haven't done Remy. So I know I want to get that stuff done. I'm seriously tempted to relocate my food storage now that my kitchen is complete and the video has been posted. I will not be doing a preview of the dining room because that video comes out tomorrow, but maybe on Thursday we'll take a little sneaky peek on stream to, show it off if anyone is interested. Oh, but we have Dream Snaps. I guess I could look at that. So the current challenge is Welcome to Toontown. I've already posted this video. It went out on Friday, so we can look at that. And then I think on Thursday we went ahead and looked at the Bookworm and Lost Forest, so we don't necessarily need to recap on that. So if you are interested, this is my submission for the week. And it turned out okay. I did not have any idea what I wanted to do for this. The first thing I did, usually I know if it's going to be outside or inside. That's almost always super easy for me to determine so far. Obviously, it won't always be like that. And here's an example. The example is I had to look at the furniture list first and go, what kind of objects do I have even available to create a Toontown thing? And so I looked at Mickey and Friends, I looked at Oswald stuff, I looked at what they suggest for Dream Snaps based on the tags, and after I kind of scrolled through some of that stuff, I was like, I think I like more of the indoor objects than the outdoor objects. And as soon as I started fussing with it inside, I was like, I think I'm going to make it in black and white. I actually meant to grab a toon, you know, either somebody from Mickey and Friends or somebody in Oswald, obviously. Oswald, the only one. But like, I was like, oh, if I do black and white and then I have them in black and white, it'll be kind of a thing. And then I completely spaced it, partially because I was kind of getting a little burnt out on trying to figure this room out. And it's fine. I liked the idea of, you know, putting it in black and white because it helped make color selection easier. I didn't have to worry so much about if everything matched because it was going to be in black and white. So it was all going to kind of go. Then I was like looking for geometric shapes. So I picked like these mirrors up here because they were rectangles, and then like all the polka dots and stripes and checkerboard and things like that. I think it's fine. I'm not like thrilled by this, but I wasn't really thrilled by the snap itself. I think there are a lot more other people that were excited. The first thought I had when I saw Toontown was to think of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and thinking about trying to recreate like Toontown like that. I was just like, I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me, and that's fine. And I think there's going to be plenty of dream snaps throughout this entire year that are going to be like, where I'm like, I don't really know what to do. Let's just kind of wing something. I did like having all the little plushes in the background. I liked the fact that this was almost like a master suite, a primary suite. What do they call them now? I think they might call it primary. Anyway, where there's a, you know, obviously a bedroom. I had a vanity here, but I had problems with the vanity. Daisy's vanity reflects in the mirror, and it reflects an empty room. Even though I had stuff over here that should have been reflected in the mirror, it didn't matter. You can tell that it's been programmed to just reflect an empty room, and I didn't like that. I didn't like the lights. I actually ended up removing, except for these two little lights on the nightstands. There we go. Those are the words. A lot of the lighting in the black and white, when the lights were on, created like really blown out sections because the light was so bright that that's all you could really see around it, and I really didn't care for it. There were hanging lights I tried to use, there were floor lights I tried to use, and I didn't like it, so I ended up not doing very much lighting in this room at all. I liked the fireplace, I liked these nightstand lights. But yeah, I just tried to make it kind of simple, went for very geometric things, and just accepted the fact that not every Dream Snaps is going to be something that I'm like super into or that I have the patience to try and figure out. I kind of like her outfit in this. I liked the stripes. I liked the knee-high socks. I liked her little position with her little toe turned in. I thought that turned out pretty cute. But again, I don't think this Dream Snap is going to do well. But who knows? Because I never know. I never know how it's going to turn out. And I did it. I did it even though I wasn't excited about it. And it was still fun to put together. It wasn't as exciting as like the Lost Forest one. I had an idea and I executed it. Whether or not I executed it well or not is up to interpretation. But I had fun doing it and I liked how it turned out. And then I liked the bookworm style. I liked the fairy one. You know, I was really into those and knew what I wanted to do pretty much right away. And some of them are not going to be like that. And that is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And the point is still to just participate, right? So here we go, 350 moonstones for the week because I voted already. So that's fine. And honestly, right now, it seems like the shop is getting a lot of previous content. I already had this. I already had this. I already had these. I bought this specifically for this umbrella. And I'm not like super fussed. Oh yeah, I got Yzma's cabinet bundle because I had big regret on not getting it the first go round. I like the Art Deco bed. I don't need it right now. I have a feeling like I would like to have it eventually because I like Art Deco. I like the aesthetic of it. I like the geometric shape of the style of Art Deco. But I'm not in a big hurry to get these big bundles yet, so I can wait and save up my moonstones. I mean, I have 10k moonstones, so I'm not hurting for moonstones if things come along, but I'm not in a rush, and it'll be fine. I'll participate, even if the object I think was perfect for whatever dream snaps come up, I did not purchase at the time. And yeah, like this one would have been good for, what was it? The Future Visions or whatever that we did. I didn't have it. Still don't have it. Still not going to buy it today. Because I'm cheap. And I'm okay with that. And I don't ever think I'm going to be a 12k dream snap person. I don't think I'm ever going to be that. I don't think I'm ever going to be fussed about making sure I try to get 4k moonstone. I'm never going to be those people. And I don't feel like that's a problem for participation for me. There are people that are way more into it and way more invested and worry way more about getting 4k moonstones, and they can have all of that stress. I don't need it. I've got enough stress in my life. All right, pumpkins. I already got my gardener, so we'll go ahead and do pumpkins first. I gotta get on filming this week for the next floor, the 3rd floor. Can't believe I'm going to be starting filming the 3rd floor. I know I haven't been fully decorating every floor yet, but the 3rd floor is going to be fully decorated. There will be no storage or no other purpose rooms in there, since the 1st floor has my Dream Snap studio. And my 2nd floor is 2 rooms of storage. It's made me kind of push through those first 2 floors pretty quickly. And now, I'm just excited that we're gonna get to the 3rd floor. And I have 4 rooms to do it, which means I guess that's gonna be most of February. I don't know exactly when the Mondays lay out. Is that Mondays? That's not Mondays. That's Mondays. That is Mondays. Okay, I was like, wait, when are my videos coming out? I don't even know. But I started thinking about it the other day, because when I had my week off, my ideal thing would have been to get like 3 or 4 different rooms filmed and potentially the voice recordings done. And that didn't happen. And I knew that 3 or 4 was going to be really ambitious. But I wish I'd gotten more than just 1. Like, I wish I'd gotten at least 2 rooms done. Actually, did I get... Anyway. Whatever I got done, because now I can't even remember. It's all a blur. But, I am now on track instead of ahead. So now I'm kind of having to strategize about how I want to try and potentially get ahead. And it's kind of hard to do that because, well, I have a job and a spouse and 2 children and all kinds of things happening. It's tax season. We have to get our car into a body shop because we had a minor accident. Somebody backed into my car and we have to get that all done. Now, luckily, my husband has to deal with the most of that, because he uses that car the most and he has the time during the day. He does delivery driving on his own schedule, and so he has the flexibility during the day to handle all of that rigmarole. So that's very nice for me, but I still have to, like, I don't get to just sit back and be like not participating in that information at all. Oh, I was really not good about getting those pumpkins, wasn't I? Anyway, so it's still like on my mind. Even if I'm not doing the details of it, I still have to, it's like, it's still present. It's not like I can just be like, and that's a thing that I don't have to think about at all, because if you are an overthinker too, you know that if it's a thing that's happening in your world, you're probably going to think about it. I heard that. Okay. I went ahead and went and bought more pumpkins. I don't think I want to do plant management today. So I'm not going to worry about, like, do I need sugar? Do I need wheat? Any of that. I'm not going to worry about that today. I'm just going to replant the pumpkins and be done. Okay, we have 45,000 mist, so we're still pretty solid for that. Even if I decide to make something using mist, we're still pretty good. Oh, good lord. That's what I should call those. I should call those the good lords. I wonder what sound I regularly make for the other ones. It might also be good lord, I don't know. Right. We are starting to get a handle on our new grocery buying strategy. We ended up getting a membership to a big box, like warehouse type store. We hadn't had one for a very long time because we had not been in a really good position to be able to take advantage of the discount of buying in bulk because, well, it takes capital up front to do that. And for years, because I was like, I can't afford to buy 2 years worth of trash bags and spend $20 today on, you know, a big box of trash bags when I could go to, you know, my regular grocery store or dollar store. Yes, the bags may not be as good of quality, but I can spend $1 to $5 on that today as opposed to $20, which also needs to purchase, you know, meat or vegetables or lunches or whatever. Like, I have to make that $20 do the most. And although, you know, getting 2 years of trash bags once every 2 years would be fantastic, I couldn't afford to do that for a long time. So we decided in November, we're like, okay, we're gonna try out getting a membership again. And then the other caveat was that I will be doing most of the shopping at the big store because I am far more disciplined than my spouse is when it comes to all the temptations that go into those big those warehouse stores, because there's lots of convenience foods, there's lots of stuff we don't get to have regularly, that kind of stuff. And I'm really good about, especially if I'm doing it after work, I don't want to dicker, I don't want to run around, I don't want to be there for 4 hours. I'm going to go in and I'm going to be like, I'm getting this, I'm getting this, I'm getting this, I'm getting this. This will be the first week, because we've bought enough staples now, predominantly meats, but we've already found out that the fish that we can get from the warehouse store is not so superior to warrant the higher price point for it. It was very nice fish compared to, you know, it's not, but it's not so much nicer, you know what I mean? It was like, it was good, and it was like the segments were meatier, but not so much so that it felt like, oh, this is why it's so much more expensive per pound. So, you know, we've already learned our lesson on that one. We can go ahead and continue to buy that from our regular store. But like the beef that we get there, the chicken that we get there, those are worth, because they're actually cheaper because we're buying 10 pounds instead of 1 pound. And that's nice. Now it's saving us cents on the pound, but that all adds up, right? So right now we've gotten a lot of our staples. We got, you know, butter and, oh, I can't remember what else. There's been a few other things. My husband drinks Coke, which, if he could just get away from Coke, that would be amazing. But I don't think he ever will, unless like he gets told like, you are going to die if you drink one more Coke. I don't think, and even then he might still be like, can I have a sip? Because he is a Coke drinker for life, for sure. So it is cheaper at the warehouse. It's just I have to buy, you know, a big case of it. Not case, it's bigger than a case. Case is 24. It's 35 cans. Anyway. But it is worth it if we can get it into the rotation to be able to spend more money on that much at once, as opposed to, okay, one 12-pack every week or week and a half or whatever it takes them to actually go through it. I don't even know. I've done the math. I don't have the math memorized. But next week is the first week where we don't need rice yet. Eventually we would like to get rice from the big warehouse store. Some of the like cooking oil, sugar, things like that. I actually haven't mathed the sugar difference yet. Because there are some things that it's like, well, that's not actually cheaper because they're getting a different version of it, you know, or a different, like some of it, because it's organic or because it's whatever. That's what happened with the fish. It was like farm raised or something. And it was like, okay, wait, you know, yes, these are, instead of being fillets, they're loins. Well, yeah, that was fine and all, but we didn't really need it to be this fancier. And if you can afford to do all, you know, all organic and all farm raised and all local and all of that, then good. I'm happy for you, but we are still too deep in budget land to be able to think about that for every single purchase. It would be amazing to be just like, yeah, I've got all the disposable income to do all of that. I do my best with the resources I have, and I always look to improve or options or whatever, but you know, I can't make, you know, hundreds of extra dollars every month appear in my account just so that I can make those choices every single time. And a lot of stuff I just don't get. I just don't buy it because I can't afford it. So like, and I refuse to feel terribly guilty about it because then I get depressed, and I don't need that in my life either. I need to be able to maintain as much optimism, hope, and positivity as possible so that I do not end up in a depression spiral that I have trouble digging myself out of. So anyway, you do whatever you have to do in your world, and I will do whatever I have to do in mine to just continue to make it through. But anyway, this is the first week. That's what I was getting to. This is the first week that I have had enough flexibility in my weekly budget for the warehouse store to maybe try some stuff and to have like, okay, we're not just buying, you know, dish soap and paper towels and a bag of meat and, you know, whatever. So I'm going to have to take a little bit more time, I think, on Monday after work to go through the store, but that'll be okay. It'll be kind of nice to be able to be like, okay, this is something that my husband requested. This is something that we looked at that looked interesting. And then maybe here's a new snack or treat to try, you know? I don't know if I'll be able to do all that, but we'll see. All right, so I should find Remy. There he is. I might even take Remy around with me and get the fruits. I think somebody was in my stream on Thursday and said they were starting to save up their stuff for the new Star Path, like the night thorns and things. I might do that. But things like the fruit trees and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and harvest those. And then, like I said, I'm going to focus on the Forgotten Lands. I'm definitely going to scour that today because Darkwood. Darkwood's a continued thing. Oh, I don't even know what you're saying to me. We're just going to... I feel like I've done this one before. So we'll do Arendellian pickled herring for Anna. And then we'll go up and do Daisy's Boutique. I need 5 of these, right? Can you not use up my cumin? That would be fantastic. Can I do this? And then start cooking. Autofill. Oh, what the... Autofill. Why did it do that? Did I screw up and click the wrong button? Probably. Alright. I don't even remember how many I've done now. Self-sabotage. It's my favorite thing. Okay. Donde Anna. Donde están? Alright, hello. Take this. Yep. You can have that one that was made with cumin. Tell me what the difference is. I don't know if cumin doesn't sound right. I don't know if oregano sounds right either, but... Yeah. I've already had this conversation more than once. So we're not going to read it out loud. Because we want to get on to the next thing. Yep. Mission accomplished. Yes, yes, yes. Give me raw. Gimme. Thank you. All right. So let's go down and do the trees first. Trees and bushes. And Dreamlight. I'm torn about relocating the ingredient storage. I do want to do it, and I feel like I'm motivated to get it done today. But I'm torn about whether or not I want to place down chests in the new storage rooms, or if I want to just take the risk and grab the chests and then transfer, like, take the chests and try and lay them out in the room. I'm afraid what's going to happen is that it's going to be more of a pain in the ass to figure out what's in what chest and rearrange the chest, because I'll have to open the chests and close the chest. So it sounds, I almost feel like it's going to be more tedious. I guess what I could do, because I've got the chests kind of, there's like an aisle in the middle and there's left and right. I wonder if I could just take like the left and right sections and then just take them up in smaller groups, because that means I wouldn't have to organize all of them at once. And yeah, that would be a lot of back and forth, but it might be the better mix of tedium and whether or not I perceive it as more or less tedious. I feel like your perception of tedium and simplicity is a bigger factor than whether or not it actually feels like it's more time, like it actually is more time consumptive. That's not the right way to say that. Consumes more time? I don't know. I caffeinated my brain this morning, but I swear. I swear you can't tell. All right. I wonder how long we're going to have to wait in between star paths, because this star path was so much longer. I wonder if they're going to have a bigger gap of time. I kind of feel like if they're releasing both Jasmine and Aladdin, which, for all I know, somebody's already leaked. I try to avoid the leaked content just because, I don't know, I like being surprised when it comes out. It's one of the reasons I don't pursue content for this game as much, because I'm always worried I'm going to get spoiled on something. I'm like, oh, I wish I'd gotten to experience it. Of course, then I stream content and might spoil it for others. But then those are people who are looking, though, right? They're looking for that stuff. I did look into a couple of recommended to me channels from my last stream, so that was nice. I didn't get to spend a lot of time because of tons of stuff at work to do, but which is always a hindrance on finding new content and new creators. But the recommendations seem solid, so, and not like spoilery. It's more focused on what they're doing. Although obviously most of them do a reset day video or reset related stuff about like what's in the premium shop and what's the dream snaps and all of this. So I try not to pay attention to that. There's always the potential for it. I've been turned off just by some stuff I've looked at. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to get into potentially negative content, because then my algorithm's like, oh, you want to see people talk shit? Like, no algorithm, I do not. But yeah, who was it that I looked at the most? My day old tea. And then I searched up Kira's Valley and TNE Games based on some recommendations from some community members. And then I did look at Dinkum, which was also recommended to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I saw stuff about this game. But then I was like, don't look at it too deeply, because then you might want to play it, and then you will have to divide your time again for more stuff. And I shouldn't do that. Okay, so what do we have in here right now? We have a lot of raspberries. Okay, I've got, what, 9, this is not 9, 7 stacks of gooseberries and 7 stacks of raspberries. This is not going to divide evenly by 3, but what is it, 16? So that's about 5 each. So I need to get rid of 1 and 1 and then do that. Yeah. And I want a full stack of raspberries instead of a partial stack, and then we can sort again. And we're closer to even there. I don't know what's in my storage in my house. Ooh, tell me no. Don't be rude. That's not nice. But yeah, I only got to do a cursory search and look with the recommendations I got on Thursday, though. So I have it written down. So theoretically, my brain will hold on to the information. I ended up with an extra pickled herring. Oh well, wasn't paying enough attention. Okay. I do have a bunch of coins today. Yeah, I have almost 3.5 million. Nice. We'll eat that, and we'll eat that, just so they're out of my inventory. And then we will drop off this wrought iron. Huzzah. This is not the chest. This is the chest. Okay. I'm trying to think. I don't think that my food storage has anything that needs to be rearranged. My ingredients, like my crafting materials, does. So when I haven't made a new workshop or art space or anything like that yet, so eventually I'm going to have to correct some of my errors from the last time I did storage update rearranging thingies. Challenge. Glasses, decor, Lilo and Stitch. Something else I didn't finish reading. Alright, so we have glasses. Cool. Lilo and Stitch, blue, familiar, playful. Let's see if I can get how much of that I can get in here. So we've got familiar, playful, blue. I know there's blue in Lilo and Stitch. And decor. So let's find that. And then see. Decor is not from in here, though. So we'll apply these filters and we'll see if... Yeah. So I want to go back and see if anything counts as decor. But I can't put it in here. Oh, I can put it in here. Excellent. And why does that... Oh, both needs to be Lilo and Stitch. And I ended up accidentally replacing the outfit again. I keep forgetting and doing edit instead of wear first. So we've hit the reset button again on how weird that stuff looks. So we'll just go down to Lilo and Stitch. It's more for fun than it is for serious, right? All. This looks better than the hat. I don't try to make her look bad. I just try to not, you know, make it a cute outfit. Like, I don't go for that intentionally, but if the option presents itself, I like this little skirt. It actually looks kind of cute with this outfit. Kind of works. I don't think I'm gonna live this way. But as far as having it on the mannequin, I'm down. Alright. There she is. Hello? Did I do it?
Just who I wanted to see.
Talk to me, Daisy. Alright, did I complete? You completed. And that's enough of that. Oh, and you know what? There we go.
Have you got a story for me?
Right. Oh, my nose is itchy. Okay. All right. Hi. What do I want to do next? I've done... Oh, I should probably go ahead and just do Scrooge's shops, just so that I get it out of the way. There's probably not going to be anything. There usually isn't anymore. So that's okay. I think a lot of the stuff that I don't own now is premium. Or the Pixar Star Path, which is the only Star Path I haven't completed with this character. Hello.
Could use
Hello.
a few more sleds around here.
Could use a few more sleds. I know I have that. 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 Yeah, I think after this next floor, the 3rd floor, I'm already kind of starting to think about what's going to be on the floor after that, the 4th floor. And I might go ahead and do a series of bedrooms. And then maybe library and like a study type floor. And then another another floor of bedrooms. And then start doing my craft and workshop. I'm not really sure which floors I want because I need to be able to remember where my storage floors are. And because I'm not really going about it like I did last time where everything's just kind of clustered together, I'm going to have to remember that like, the 2nd floor is where the food is, and then the 8th floor is where my crafting stuff is. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that because I started, you know, like, it's just as convenient to go to the 7th floor as it is to the 3rd floor, you know, like, so I didn't worry too much about it. It's just going to have to remember it. And this is not the correct button. I'm doing the wrong button. Oh, do I want to do that first? Okay, I do want to do that first. I want to go clear the stalls and then go to the other shops. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do. I should probably just start dealing with the storage. I don't know how long it's going to take me. Longer than I'd like, probably. It's fine. It's got to get done. So, oh, I keep getting distracted. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I don't need that. There we go. T. The other option I could do is also take stuff to put away when I relocate the storage. Or like right after. But we'll get there when we get there. But yes, one of the videos that was recommended to me, I think it was my day old T's storage system, but it might have been one of the other streamers, not streamers, well, maybe streamers, content creation people. I did not get deep enough to know if they are all streamers as well, but it was my day old T's storage system because I'm pretty sure that was the one that was mentioned because it looks like she has her stuff organized by expansion or worlds. Which I was like, you know, that's not a bad idea. I like the idea of it, but there's something about, like, alphabetically filing things. And I know probably part of it's because I'm a library worker. Like, I alphabetize daily. I wish I could rename my chests. Or I wish the signage was done differently in this game. Because when they said signs, I was like, yes! And now I'm like, oh. So it'd be great to just be able to relabel, like rename this chest. Open fish. You know, or something like that. Make it editable. Because a lot of survival craft games will let you rename chests and stuff. Nothing. 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 I'm really hoping to go for like some more dark. Like I want my so. The first, I'm going to talk about it because it's on my brain and I don't mind kind of giving teasers for it. I can't believe I don't have this table. What? Buy it. But it's going to be a lounge and I kind of want to go for like heavy dark woods and dark colored sofas and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see what, like this would be great. I think there's a couch like it too. I really wish it was all brown. Oh, I didn't log that at all. Oh, hold on. Let me log that. There's a spreadsheet for that. That's the wrong button. Okay. Do I not have... Oh, I do. Okay, there it is. I was like, wait. Did I not actually pull up my spreadsheet? Who am I? I don't even know who I am. Why are those highlighted? I don't even know. All right. Dreamlight Valley furniture. Oh, did they fix this going to the correct spot to actually show you the new stuff? Because that's been driving me bananas. Non-Disney related. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alright. Hey, I got a new thing. I wasn't expecting to get anything from Scrooge's shops today. Should I harvest those? No. I'm not going to. I don't need them, so we're not gonna. Alright. Probably should do some time bendy stuff. If I were smart, I would do time bendy stuff. I would catch snippets. And I would scour the Forgotten Lands. I would try to scour the Forgotten Lands. Like, well, I could do it twice. I could do it early and then near the end. And that would be better than nothing as far as the second run of it. But I probably won't get much the second run. I could go fishing. Because I would love to do that. There was something I thought, oh yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. Because I already know what I already have a plan for what all of the floors are going to be on the third floor. But I'm not going to talk about the other three. But I did have some ideas for at least one of them where I was like, ooh, that's a good place to use this object. So it's nice kind of being excited about the planning of it as opposed to dreading it. Because I started to go down that path when I was like, I don't even know what I want to put on the third floor. And then I was looking through all the room ideas that I had. And then I was like, what am I even going to do? And what do I want to, like, what needs to be next? And then I was just like, no, just pick some stuff. Like, it's not that dire. I'm not doing snippet catching. I am going back to the valley and we're going to go to the Forgotten Lands. There. I kind of feel like I need food. My tummy's angry. All right. Oh, you know what? I took that ice off my back, and now I need to put heat on my back again. I should have done that right away. Shock the blood vessels. Shock them. Shock them into relaxation. Because I did not stretch yesterday because my back felt better. And then by the time nighttime rolled around, my back was starting to hurt again. And this morning it woke up really tight and sore. And I was like, dang it. I'm not leaving the Forgotten Lands. I'm staying in the Forgotten Lands so that I can run around and grab crap. Should I feed these ravens while I'm up here? Probably. Hello! Oh, she's fishing. I was like, what is she doing? She usually waves her little wand. But then she had it in her other hand and she started to do something with her right hand? Left hand. There we go. I was like, wait, that's not right. Literally, it's not right. It's left. Oh. It's supposed to be in the 60s today. And then it's supposed to be like 30 again on Thursday or Wednesday, something like that. It might have changed since the last time I looked. But, yeah. We are at that weird time of year. Oh yeah, my tummy is angry right now. What time is it? Oh, because it's almost noon. We are swiftly approaching. Well, and I made the mistake of eating some more breakfasty stuff this week. So I started eating a little bit earlier in the day than I usually do. And now my body's like, that's a thing now, right? You have to feed me now, right? Because I used to not eat breakfast. And I've probably not eaten breakfast more often than I've eaten breakfast in my life. So, but it's amazing how quickly your body can be like, this is normal. Why aren't you feeding me? Yeah, it's growling again. Stupid tummy. We're at an hour in. I can survive another 30 minutes without having to put food in my face. I should have grabbed some peanut butter sandwich crackers. I should just make that a thing that I just grabbed at the beginning of stream. I grabbed my ice pack and I grabbed... Did I turn this on? I did turn this on. And I grabbed a drink because I knew I would need those things. And I thought about grabbing myself something to eat, and then I was like, no, I'll be fine. And now my tummy's like, I'm angry, and I'm going to tell you about it a lot. Oh well. Danke. Thank you, Remy. But yes, I'm not going to save these night thorns. I'm not terribly worried about it. I'll save all the rest of them. Hello. How are you? Shh. I hope you're doing well. Doing maintenance-y type stuff today because, you know, we're in that place between star paths where either you're still trying to get all this last-minute stuff done or you're already done with it and now you're just biding your time. I don't know what it was about the star path. I was super motivated to get through it. And, so now it's just been a resource gathering game for like a month and a half. Well, maybe not quite that long. I don't remember when that started, but... Are you a fan of Dreamlight Valley? Are you Dreamlight Valleying it up right now? Because that's a verb. All right. What are we doing? Look at... Oh. Apparently my spouse is back from the grocery store. All right. Okay. Do I want to start working on storage? I should just do it. I should just pull the trigger and get it done because I've been dickering about it for a while now. So if I just get the storage relocated, then I can stop talking about it and like stop thinking about it. It'll just be done then. Part of it's just because I know it's going to be a tedious process no matter which kind of way I go about doing it, and I don't want to. I don't want to deal with that tedium. But I will appreciate it when it's done, right? That's what we have to focus on, the results that we will get by going through the process of moving all the crap. So let's just accept that. That's the next thing I'm doing. Because I'm sure there's a million ways I could keep myself from being productive in that way. And then I'll still have to do it. So. Oh, because and it's a trap. I just was like, ooh, time bending. Like, because I saw that little time bendy bubble thing. And if I do that, then I cannot have to move my storage, right? This is how we get ourselves. Don't trap yourself. Can be your own worst enemy. What the hell? Who's dinging me? Oh. No big deal. All right. I
can't run from my past forever.
Did I get all the things? Did I actually go every... Oh, look at that. I missed that. Oh, and sticks! This is the whole point. More dark wood. I really should see how my dark wood numbers are looking. Since that is the reason we are scouring up here in the Forgotten Lands. Okay. What am I dropping off? I'm dropping off ginger. I'm dropping off rocks. I'm dropping off flowers, and I'm dropping off sticks. Alrighty. Yeah, today's weather makes me go, I'm ready for spring already. Like, yes and no, because then I had to start taking my allergy pill again because, well, it was getting warm enough that allergens were starting to be excited again, which is obnoxious as hell. But the temperature and, like, was it yesterday that I could hear the birds chirping like it was spring? And I was like, this makes me want it to be spring already. Okay, I only have 29 in here. That's disappointing. I shouldn't have looked. I shouldn't have looked at it. Okay. Flowers. I should move this well. Should I move the well or should I move the stall? Maybe I should move the stall. Does it matter? I've already done that. I'm not going to do that again right now. All right. All right. Goodbye, Remy. I don't need you in my way in my house, so... Humans are amazing. For better or worse. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're committing. We're committing to the bit. Okay. Now, where is it right now? Is it the 7th floor? Yep. Thank goodness for this stove. All right. So if I just concentrate on taking segments, I think it might be easier than trying to, like, take the whole room at once, or to put chests down and then transfer, like, pull all the crap out of the chests. So let's try it. Okay. And see how obnoxious this is. This is going to be the most at once, because it's that whole row. That's the 2nd floor. And this is ingredients, not fish. So then we can do this. There's no way for me to know which chest is which. I wish I could see inside, like, see the contents. Okay. Before putting them down, you know? All right. Did they just give them to me in order? That's agave. Oh, where's my spreadsheet? Should I look at my spreadsheet? Probably. That would probably make my life easier. Ingredients. But I need to not block my chat because I have blocked my chat before and that's obnoxious. Okay. So agave, banana. No, the second chest is gonna... Oh, no, the second chest is banana. Ooh, Lord, stop. Don't pull out your fishing pole. Banana. Is it gonna give it to me in order? Blueberry. Canola. Cherries. Is it gonna give it to me in order? The order I put it in? Cocoa beans. Dreamlight fruit. An eggplant. Yes. Huzzah! That was awesome. Okay. Now, can we trust that that's how it works? Because honestly, if we could just trust how that works, that is going to simplify everything. Now, that means I can't necessarily, like, clear the whole room because I'm worried about that. Because there's a button to just clear the room, right? But if I clear the room, what order will it put it in my furniture storage? But it's not terribly difficult to do it one by one. Like, that's not a bad thing. It's not horrible. So if I do this, how committed are we? How much do we trust it? How much do I trust it? I don't know if I trust it enough. I'm going to do just 2 rows. We'll see if it does it consistently. If it does it consistently, then I'll do the last 3 together. Look at my cute little kitchen. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about this silly little kitchen. Well, it's not little. It's a massive kitchen. It'd be a fancy-ass house to have that big of a kitchen. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to do my spreadsheet scroll, and then it did that. Okay. So, does it put down... Oh. Does it put down the full ones first? Well, let's trust. Let's trust. 1, 2. Uh-oh. How big of a gap is it? You know what? We don't have to worry about it being perfect. We can just do this. And then we can fix it. We can fix it in post. And then 1, 2. Okay. Now is it right? Ooh. And thank you. Thank you for, oh, I don't remember which side is which. Oh, is this Twitch? Is this Twitch side? I can't remember now. I made new alerts and I put like Twitch on one side and YouTube on the other, but thank you. You know what I could do? I could look at my activity log and see which one did what. Just now. Okay, that's on the Twitch side. Okay, good. Well, thank you. So when you know, do new things and you're like, I'm newfangled and cool, and then, you know, then you forget what you did, and then you get to display that publicly. I forgot I added that little sound too. So that's the first time I've gotten to hear the new sound. All right, so this is garlic and ginger. This should be golden apple and gooseberry. Perfect. Grapes and green beans, and then we have honeydew and leek. Perfect. Lemon and lettuce. Lightning, spice, and majesty. Yes, yes. All good things. Marshmallows. Yep. And melon milk. I'm gonna double check them even if it seems like it's going to be consistent. I can't. It's like when I shelve a book, I can't just check if one book on, like, I can't check if the right book is the right one that it's supposed to go to. I have to check the left and the right to make sure it goes in between. I can't not do that. I actually worked for somebody in the library once. She's like, oh, I only check one side. And I'm like, I don't know if I can trust you. But I don't know. There's just like, I'm sure it's fine, right? But you can find misshelved things anywhere. So I always feel like it's a good double check for just, you know, being diligent, just in case something is out of order in a weird way. Okay. Olives and onion. Nothing is in this box. Why is nothing in this box? That should be oregano. No. Yes, that should be oregano and paprika. Wait a second. Did I only take 2 rows? I thought I took 3. Empty. Uh-oh. Did I only take 2? Oh, there was not like 3 and 3. There was 2 and 3, or 3 and 2, and I took 2. Okay. I was like, oh no, panic. But see, there's no chests in here with stuff in them. So that means I can just get rid of these because I got overzealous with putting crap down on the ground. On the floor. This isn't the ground. This is just the floor. Technically, are they interchangeable? Or is ground exclusively outdoor? These are the deep questions we ponder. Here. This is why we are a practical eccentric, because we ask practical questions about weird shit. I was gonna say, I haven't even had any sugar today, but I did put sugar in my coffee, so there is that. No! I went outside. Hello. Her face is very close. I did it to myself, too. Okay. Three rows. I'm loving the fact that they give them to you in order. That is so nice. So nice. I just have to make sure I get them in order. Like, I have to pick them. I don't know if I cleared the whole room if it would make a difference, but I'm not going to risk it because nobody needs that kind of annoyance in their life. Nobody needs that shit. Okay, now don't go outside. Go to the second floor. Okay. I wasn't really expecting to be this happy about going to decorated rooms in the house. Being a non-decorator, I tend to look at things a lot more functionally than I do aesthetically. Like, I like aesthetically pleasing stuff. It's not that. I tend to be way more methodical. And I'm more concerned about the convenience of where my storage stuff is. Although, arguably, this is not super convenient, these rooms. That's it. All right. So we're not going to spot check. We're going to be diligent. We're going to check all the crap. 1, 2, 3. I do need to check all 3 of these rows. Okay. So, but like every time I walk through the kitchen, like I've walked through the kitchen 3 times today, and every time I walk through it, I'm like, this makes me so happy to just walk in here and have it be this cute little kitchen. So, more reasons to keep doing it, right? Because if it just, any kind of dopamine hit you can give yourself, it doesn't matter how ridiculous the dopamine hit, like whatever it's based in, is, that's a win for your brain chemistry. So just do it. If it makes you happy. Unless that happiness is at the expense of others, and then I have some problems. But, you know, I can't control you, so just do what you will, I guess. Oregano, paprika. Peanut, persimmon. Pineapple and yogurt. Plain yogurt. The mushroom, porcini and pork, potato, poultry. I wish I could just trust it. You know what I mean? It'd save me so much time. Well, we might be able to do this. Radish and raspberry. Strawberries. These are the strawberries. Fantastic. Sugarcane. That's not sugarcane. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong row. Rhubarb and rice. This is sugarcane and tomato. Yes. Ooh, I shouldn't have looked at that. Now I'm going to need to plant some sugarcane. Ring squash, ruby lentils, trumpet snail, turnip. Salt, sea grapes. Ooh. All these reminders that I haven't done enough collecting in the Vale. Slush ice and sour beans. That is not it. Vanilla and venison. Oh, I do need to add some... Okay, where do I need to add that? That's not that bad. Okay, so I need to add tea leaf storage in here because I have not done that yet. This is slush ice and sour berries. This should just be wheat. And then we have yams and zucchinis, and this is soya and spinach. Okay, but I have not done the tea leaves, but I could do that now. And it's not terribly far because if we're going, I'm going to do tea leaves, comma, whatever tea leaves it is, instead of like having them all be separate. I did the same thing with the marshmallows. Instead of blue marshmallows being up here in the B's and then pink being somewhere over here, whatever. I just did marshmallows. It's to help me keep my alphabet. I did the same thing with some of my crystals and gems and stuff. I don't do the shinies separate from... I do the shiny version together with the... Okay, I'm overthinking things. And I'm over-explaining things. Because that's what I do. Okay, so... tea leaves will have to go here. How do I want to go about that? Do I want all of my tea leaves in one chest? Maybe. I think I do. How big is the medium chest? Do I have any medium chests? I do. How big is that inside? Is that 4 rows? It is 4. Ideally, it would be a large chest so that I could eventually have 2 rows of each. I don't need 2 rows of each. I'll never need that much tea leaves. So I don't necessarily need to make it this. How much is this? This is 8 times 4 is 32. That's not divisible by 3. The only thing that's divisible by 3 is the large chest. If I do this, though... that would fix my balance issue. Because wheat right now is in a chest by itself. And the reason I justified that was because wheat and sugar get used a lot for all the recipes. Like, there's just tons. It's sugar and wheat. But I don't need to click on my headset. Don't do that, woman. But that means I have a chest over there that's only got 1 item in it. So if I scooch everything over and then I replace... This would work. Okay. I'm not explaining it well, but I know what I mean. Does that help? Okay. So let's theoretically, let's move everything. Means I'm going to have some extra wheat. Oh, good. I was afraid if I hit T that it would kind of put all the wheat back in, but it did not. So there's that. Now we do turnips. And that would go in here. And then tomatoes would go in here. And how did I end up with the... Oh, I know how I ended up with the... Because this chest had less of the snails, whatever they are. Yes. So I just shove extra until they start to balance out and fill up with the one that's got less. Anyway. All right, sugarcane can come with May, and then this can go. And then this can go here. And then this can become sugarcane. Nope. Sugarcane, and then the tea leaves. And there'll be 1 row of each. Now, I'm probably going to regret that for the sugarcane. I'm probably going to wish I had more sugarcane. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it. So that means I need to update my spreadsheet and do... How do you want to deal with this, woman? I need to shift everything down. Nope, that's not how you do that. By 3. Insert cells. Nope, not delete cells. Insert and shift down. And then I probably should have done that somewhere else. Okay, so this is tea leaves. Starts with the T. Cut. And paste. And then cut. Nope. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Cut and paste. And then we want to do, because I do color coding and like outlining to help me keep track of where the chests are, like what separates what. Anyway, I don't think I'm explaining that well at all. Okay, so this is going to be whatever this is. And then sugarcane and the 3 sets of tea leaves are 1 chest. And then we will do there. Ew, I don't like that at all. Okay, let's do it like this then. My color coding was getting off because I had a random chest with 4 things in it. All right, here we go. It looks really weird. Okay, and then, go away. Okay, hold on. I'm covering my chat for just a minute because I need to be able to see, and this is going to take me a lot longer if I don't just maximize and make it easier for myself. I think this is the right one. And then we'll do this. And we'll do 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I see. Best laid plans. That's not right. Best laid plans. Okay. I don't like it, but it'll be fine. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. And that should be fine. Right? Right. Theoretically. Theoretically, I did not just completely screw up my system. Okay. So the rewards of all this obnoxious tedium is that when I go to look at my storage, I have a cheat sheet for where all of my stuff is at. And it helps my brain keep everything organized. If you do not require all of this obsessiveness, good for you. You know, I would say that I wish it wasn't me, but I actually don't mind it. I don't mind it because I find it fun. I know it's not for everybody. Now tell me I did not shoot myself in the foot. I did not. Good for me. All right, so I can put this... Excuse me. No, what the hell just happened to me? I want to copy these things. And I want to paste these things. And then I want to do this. This has been looming for a while too. This stuff I'm dealing with right now. It's been one of those things where I'm just like, I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. Guess what? We're at later now. That's what happens. Sort range. There we go. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. And everything will be hunky-dory. Now I can go get my tea leaves and actually put them away because I am starting to actually run out of the space that I have them stored in the chest right next to Mulan's stall, which means I actually thought about how much time it would take to get all of them.
Now this is a great day to play.
And then I was like, I shouldn't have done that math either. I don't know why I flew down here. I should have flown. I should have just teleported. Still not teleporting. Still not teleporting. I can sell this stuff, though. I'm going to regret this wheat decision. But wheat grows super fast, so if I really do regret it, I can always correct. And correct it later. So now I want to take all of this. How much do I have? 223, 221, 224. So what is that? 224. I'm sure I had more. Divided by 3. That's like over 75 days of collecting tea from Mulan's. That's over 2 months of collecting tea leaves. Is that math I should have done? Is that impressive in some way? Or is that like, holy cow, I can't believe you spent over 75 days collecting tea leaves from Mulan? Little from column A, little from column B. It's okay. I will have all the tea leaves I need when the star path comes and they're like, make tea for somebody. Right? That's right. Now, is it type difference? Because technically sugarcane should be before tea leaves, but they won't alphabetize that way in the box because They're not alphabetical that way in the game. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can cope with their system not being exactly the same as my system. It's break time though. Yes, it is break time, which is good because then we can come back and we can do fish with my little piranha sign to designate the rooms. And yeah, and then we can move that, and then we can figure out what we're going to do for the rest of the second half of the stream. I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. I might go to, well, time bending is up there and snippet catching is up there, because both of those are resources that I will need for more crafting stuff. So those are not bad things to focus on in a kind of daily fashion. Ooh, I could do glimmer, because I realized just how much glimmer I'm going to need for some of the craftables in the time bendy table. But anyway, I need to go feed my tummy, and I need to stretch because back problems, and, you know, use the bathroom, get a new drink, all of the things. So I will be back in a few minutes. Right, we are back. We are here. We have put some food in our body. And we switched to a monster because I didn't want to deal with not cold sparkling water. So I'm gonna rattle for a second and get myself my peanut butter crackers all set up so that I can grab one when I want to bite. All right. What are we doing? Oh yeah. I was like, wait, I'm sitting chilling in my kitchen. Oh. All right, so we are going to trust the chests, and we are going to do the entire fish and seafood and fishing room. Actually, what I need to do is I need to check and see, do I have fishing and seafood storage? I do not have red algae moved yet. Okay, so I need to fix that. But I will fix it after I get everything else moved. So... Actually, that makes me wonder, where do I have my algae? Do I have my algae over here? I don't. It's not called algae, it's called seaweed. They're going to be separated. How do I feel about that? I don't feel terrible about that. And I think what I'm going to do, because it's going to be uneven. Right now it's, you know, the full row and then these 2 rows of 4 chests each. And if I add one more in, it's going to be uneven. But I think I'm not going to bother with that right now. Like, worrying about if I could figure out how to even it out. Because I don't think I could. It would still be uneven because it would be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 2. Or something to that effect. And I don't think I need to fuss about that. Yeah, I'm not going to fuss about that. So, because we don't want to overcomplicate it today. We just want to get it done. And eventually, I'm assuming there will be another DLC, another world, more ingredients. Which means this room will end up having to get adjusted in the future anyway. So having it be like, in a perfect state today is not necessarily necessary. Yeah. Yeah. It's not necessarily necessary. All right. Theoretically, this should work out fine. So I'm going to have a cracker, which means I'm going to mute. Remember to relabel. You can't just delete the name. At least as far as I know, there's no way to just delete it. So I just use an underscore because it's not real anymore. That's not where ingredients live. All right. This is the button. Two. I think I had it spaced further. 1, 2. And it was 4, right? Okay, that should be it. Now we get to double check our chests and make sure it's all right. Theoretically, I don't even need to look at my list. It should be pretty obvious. Anglerfish should be before bream and blue. Carp, clam, crab, eel, EF, fugu, yep, we're still good. Herring, good. Kingfish, good. Whatever this is, lamprey. Lobster. Octopus. I was like, wait. P. Yep, PI. Pretty. At first I was like, pink comes before piranha. And then I was like, oh, it's pretty. Pretty pink. Robot and rainbow. Salmon. Yes, yes, we're still good. Scallop. Good, good, good. Snail and scorpion. Whatever the heck that is. Seawolf. That must not be snail. It must be something snail. Right? Sea snail. Instead of sea wolf. Shrimp. Skeleton. Something hermit. Sorcerer. Something mud skimmer. Stygian. STY. Before TI. Before W. Excellent! Yay! Okay, now I need to get the red algae. Which will be on the 8th floor, I think, theoretically. Is it in here? These should be raw ingredients. Empty. A lot of this stuff is empty now because I used up a lot of stuff. C. Okay, so that's an S. Ah! Hello. Now, is there something in the chest with the red algae, or is it just red algae? And if that's the case, I can just take this whole damn storage with me. Foraging and crafting. Red algae is its own chest. So, I can just take this whole chest. And then we can take you and scooch, and take you and scooch. If I were really obsessive, I would shift it all down. How obsessive am I? Ooh, my back just made twingies. No. No, 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 no. Undo, undo, undo. We're not doing that because then I have to redo the whole spreadsheet. That's not acceptable. We're not doing that right now. I do want to adjust what I just did, though, which was remove this so I can delete this cell and shift up. And then we are still good with the outline. Is that correct? Looks fine to me. Fantastic. And now this needs to go in between. This is in row 2. I think I'm going to make rainbow trout its own storage box. And then we'll do red algae and robot fish together. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to put that insert and shift down, and then we will, nope, then we will cut that and paste, and then we're going to go down into the storage room and fix it. So that's row 2. This is not it. Now I'm going to have to get used to where to go when I come in here. All right, so that's row 2, and it's in between these two. So this will end up being rainbow trout, and then let's do this. And then we can do this. We can do that, and that should be red algae in there. Red algae in there. Perfect. Now, nope. Now, we're going to take... Oh, I'm on the wrong side. I was all slick, and then I was not slick. Okay, this should come over here. I was on the left side instead of the right side, which is where I should be. So this should be pretty pink starfish. This should be rainbow trout. 1, 2... and this should go here. So that should be rainbow trout, and then this will be red algae and robot fish. Okay, okay, okay. Because I already almost have a full box of rainbow fish anyway. Okay, that's good. Good, good, good. The reason I'm transferring the red algae over here, even though technically you don't use it for cooking, is because when I drop off all of my fishing stuff, I only want to come to one room. I don't want to have to go to multiple rooms, because eventually they used to be like sequential floors. Not that that's any different. Like, it won't make any difference as far as like what it actually takes to click on the elevator, go to the floor. It won't matter, but I don't want to have to go to multiple floors to put things away if I can help it. Unfortunately, until I have enough large chests, I'm not gonna be able to avoid it for all of the crafting stuff, but for the fishing stuff I can avoid it. So let's do that, shall we? Now, this needs to have no borders. And then we can do this border. And then we can do that. This should be, we're just going to do this. Reset. That's one box. So then this is the other. And that should be right. I'm looking at it to make sure it looks right. It looks right. Okay. Now, that could have been so much more tedious. I know if you're watching and you're like, why the hell is she doing this? It's like, because I need it for my brain, but it could have been so much worse. It was worse the last time I did it because I didn't even realize I could move them with stuff in there, and I had to take everything out of their chests and put them back in the chest. And the only difference was that it was at least in the same room. This was not. Oh, I forgot one more thing I have to do for my spreadsheet. So I need to copy, and then we're pasting. Let's insert here. One row, no, one column, one cell, and shift down. And then we'll copy, and we will paste just the values. So we don't have to worry about color coding and boxing and all of that. All right. It makes me feel so much better. It's done now. Yay. All right. Time for another cracker. It's like a little treat, a little reward for doing a good job. Trying to decide who is time bendy. Mushu is time bendy. Oh, hi.
Now, who turned up the sun?
Who turned up the sun? I'm sure Maui would claim it.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah! I'm sure Maui would be like, I'm the one who did that. I gave you more sun. And you're welcome. Grabbing flowers. I feel like I should do something with all these freaking roses. Get so many roses. Alright, and then we'll go get fish. And then we'll do some time bendy stuff. Ooh. Alright.
Oh, I'm hoping that soon I can be part of your world.
What? Transfer? Nothing transferred? Weird. Because I was like, I thought I hit the button. I did, but apparently nothing wanted to go. Okay, so now where are we going to start time bending? Probably up in the Forgotten Land so we can kind of work our way out of a corner. So, is this a button correct? Ooh, look at the dark wood that's already back here. Maybe we'll do a run of time bendy in the valley and then grab a gather again. So we can get some more dark wood. Excuse me. So I'm trying to think about when I eventually do redo my craft room. Because I think what I want to have is I'm going to have 2 floors with storage on it because I need 4 rooms right now. It'd be great if I had all large chests and then therefore could just consolidate, but that's just not the reality of where I am right now. But I don't have necessarily a problem with having 2 floors. That didn't pop out anything rude. Because if I only have 4 rooms of storage, that means 2 floors of like crafty, workshop-y art type rooms, then I can have 4 rooms of artsy craftsy workshop type things that are not storage. And that pleases me. So I'm thinking about all the different kinds of rooms. Like I thought about having like a tailor and like things with like fabric and stuff. I thought about having a room that's dedicated to painting. I thought about obviously having a like a woodworking thing. I definitely want to have like a ceramics area, but I feel like ceramics is gonna have to go outside. I think it will look better and be cooler, but we have so many different little ceramic jars. And then we also have, there's a ceramic stove and then a kiln. And I just think it'd be super cute to have that outside. So I don't think that's going to be one of the rooms, but I could have like something that looks a little bit more woodworky or, metal crafty. There's like all the ancient, like the stuff made out of ancient parts. And I think if that was in a workshop, metalworking, I guess. I don't know. There's probably a word for doing metal sculpture type things. I don't know what that word is. I could probably Google it, but I got stuff to get. I got time bendy stuff to do. Oop. Nope.
On the road.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Stop talking to me. Just help me.
It's wonderful how you're helping people.
Thank you. Thank you, Elsa. I'm glad you approve. So since I've been in like this big self-reflection thing over the last week, yeah, about the last week, I had the realization today that it's probably really in my best interest because I need to start doing that at work too, because our annual stuff happens in the spring. And so if I'm starting to, and it's not even like really planned out, like I didn't plan to do a lot of self-reflections for like my content stuff and things like that. It just kind of happened, and I was like, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, like timing wise to think about. And then I was just like, oh yeah, that's actually going to help me in the next few months because it's going to kind of get me in that mindset and self-reflection and stuff before I need to do it for work anyway. So I was just like, man, it's always like that. It seems like, you know, once you start noticing kismet and coincidence and things like that, it's just like, it seems like it's everywhere. And I know part of it's because, you know, you're focusing on it, whether or not fully consciously or not. But it's kind of funny how it can, you know, like just repeat itself, like that feeling of, oh, here we are again, having things relate to each other from different facets of my existence. It's funny. And I like that kind of stuff. Whether or not you think there's more to it and like some deeper meaning to coincidence, or if you know, are a full-on fatalist and think that it's like the universe talking to you, that's really kind of irrelevant. You know, if you want to notice it and appreciate it and enjoy it and get some kind of magic out of it, then cool, do it. I like it. It makes me feel positive. It makes me feel like things, like the different facets of my life and reality are meshing in a way that is mutually beneficial. And I don't know, makes me feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, I like it. I'm gonna need to eat something in game soon. That's alright. I've got at least one spare meal in addition to my regular berry salad situation. I should probably just eat it now. What is it? This. Eat that. I can wait to eat a little bit. Oh, no more treasure. Okay, so we did the meadow, the plaza, the Forgotten Lands, the glade, Sunlit Plateau. So we're now doing the beach. We have the forest and the Frosted Heights. Cool. Sometimes if I don't start in a corner, I start to lose track of, because you'll make like a very logical loop and then you'll skip a biome. That happens to me all the time, where I end up skipping around and then missing one or two. I think that's why I have such trouble in the other, particularly Eternity Isle, because there isn't this very obvious loop to take, like, because there's so many different little nooks that it's really easy to go, did I hit everything? Am I actually... And you'll realize you missed one little segment of, like, the tangle or something. I think the tangle is the hardest one for me to make sure I've gotten to every little chunk of it to get all of the stuff. But yeah, and missed points. It's helpful. Okay. Wally?
You are in the presence of a...
Trying to think. Is this actually more tedious than fishing? I don't know if I'd call this more tedious than fishing, but it's right up there. It really doesn't take that long to do the loop. Not really. There's just something about never wanting to do it. Kind of like fishing. I do look like I've got a good amount of night thorns, and especially if we've got like a week and a half before the next star path. Or more, who knows. Then should be in good shape for when that starts up again. Oh, I feel like I started to have this thought earlier and didn't finish it. If they are genuinely giving us both Aladdin and Jasmine, I almost wonder if they might do it in conjunction with Valentine's Day. Because that would be cute. Ah, it was too slow. Ooh, my foot's falling asleep. I'm gonna have to do something about that after I get this thing. Okay. All right, stupid foot. What did I tell my husband I really want? Oh, for taxes this year, I really want to get... I'm really grateful that I have this monitor. I'm glad that we got it. You know, my parents were getting rid of it. But it's taught me that I really have a preference now. Because I don't typically have strong opinions about a lot of electronic stuff. And a lot of like my husband's really into 4K. Luckily, he hasn't started getting into like, ooh, obsessed with 8K. But he's really into 4K. And I'm just like, it's fine. It's pretty. Like, I don't need it. And especially if, you know, it's a significant price difference, like, I'm not going to be super invested to try and get the fancier one. Unless, like, depends on if it makes sense or not. Like, is it worth that extra expense? And, but there are things about this monitor that I cannot stand. And I told him, I'm like, it actually matters to me. It matters to me enough to want to do something about it before too much longer. And luckily, I don't really need a 4K computer monitor. There's a big price jump, and for some people, may not be a big price jump. For me, it's a big price jump from HD to 4K, but just having it be an HD in the correct aspect ratio is going to be, I need that. So I just think it's interesting. As I'm usually not that picky. But I am for this. All right, we're going to do a run of the realms. Do I want to do a run of the realms before I do a scour in Forgotten Lands? There was quite a bit of stuff up there. I'm going to do a run of the realms. Oh, I was like, where is the thing for the realms? Oh, it's already selected. I'm observant. I have skills. Ugh, I gotta do laundry after the stream today. I blew off laundry all week. My own damn fault, really. I mean, obviously, I guess. But my older son is now doing his own laundry as of last weekend. So I had to look at him and go, do you need to do a load of laundry this weekend? And he was like, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, you should probably check and see how much clothing you have. And hopefully he did that, because I'm about to take over the laundry and dryer situation. For real. It won't take me that long. I don't have a ton of laundry, and especially if I'm not doing his laundry, that'll, you know, lessen how much I have to deal with. Not too much. I'm still washing laundry for 3 people, but any reduction is helpful. And he's learning a life skill, you know. Parenting. Oh, I'm not hitting the button. I was holding the button. All right. Now, let me out. Where is the thing? There it is. I was like, I know there's one up here, damn it. All right. Can I just realm hop? Is there a way to map there? I don't think there's a way to map there. That's fine. And then we'll do Moana. And I need to eat. All right. Another cracker. Right. 3 crackers down, 3 crackers to go. Well, that reminds me. It might be about time to watch Mad Max with the teenager. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh. Whew. You know what? Glimmer in this one is not so bad because it's so small. Like the ones, I think one of them, what are the more annoying ones? Probably Beauty and the Beast's realm. What other ones? Wally's not bad. Monsters Inc. is probably a little bit more annoying. Frozen. Frozen and Beauty and the Beast. Probably Mulan. And then Monsters Inc. and Toy Story. Lion King. Moana. Probably the easiest ones are Moana, Ratatouille, and Wall-E. Just because they're like really compact. So if I want to, I mean, because I'm starting to think about more things I want to do on my daily runs. Like, I like getting the Remy quest done because I want the raw iron. The Daisy's boutique is super simple, so I don't mind incorporating that because it's not really that, and it's a different kind of thing to do. I don't mind having a little bit of variety in there, but going for the Glimmer, which is something I should probably get into my daily routine. I'll have to remember that if I only have so much time, doing these 3 is still better than doing none. And that way maybe I can simplify something I find to be more intrusive on a daily commitment level. Anything to trick my brain into thinking it's easier, I will do. Even if it seems absurd. I myself am absurd. Oh, little train. So cute. Ooh. How much more do I have to do for that? On the last tier of so much of this stuff now. Find Glimmer. Oh, 150 more. Okay. That's okay. 150, what was that? 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 per realm every day. If I do 3 of them, that's 18 in a day. So that's not bad. that's the kind of math that's helpful, right? So how many realms do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, let's do this math. This math is not bad. This math will actually make me feel better about how much time I have left. Now, the math that won't be helpful is going to the time bending table and figuring out just how much freaking glimmer I'm going to need for all the stuff I want to make. But if it's 18 times 6, that's 108. No, that's the wrong math. This is 9. 9 times 6. Okay, but that's 54. So 1 day is 54 glimmer. That's 3 days to get that last duty done. Maybe the math from the table wouldn't be so bad. Anyway, nope. This one? Yes. Okay, where were we? We were just in Toy Story? Let's go to Frozen. So that's not bad. That makes me feel better about it. As we have seen before, sometimes you do the math and it's like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Like now I know too much how long it's going to take. Oh, this one's not giving me glimmer, so it's not a guaranteed 6 per. Okay. But even if it's like approximately 50 a day, that's still better. It's 2. Okay. So that's 4 instead of 6. That's fine. I'm glad they were all right there in the front. That's helpful. You gotta pick your silver linings. M. T. Realms. Monsters. Yeah. More in the office? Okay. Oh, I just thought about it. I could go put some coffee beans in my kitchen next to my espresso machine. I don't need to do that, but it would be cute. I ended up with like so much stuff that I wanted to stick on the counters, and there were only so many counters. I was kind of surprised at that because of how massive that kitchen turned out. I mean, it's the biggest room, so, but it just feels like it's this massive kitchen. Of course, I have a tiny like galley style kitchen, so it's like narrow. It's got decent amount of cabinets and storage and counter space. It's just it's not a square room. It's a very narrow room. So M T Realms, Beauty and the Beast. Where are we at time wise? Ooh, 2.5 hours. Okay. Well, that's fine. About 30 more minutes. But we've made some good progress today. We got some stuff done that we've been dreading, which is awesome. Got some more dark wood. Awesome. Got some more glimmer. Awesome. Got more time bendy crap. Awesome. So that's good. Closer to all of the goals, even though the goals are not solid and we don't know what exactly they are yet. Apart from, we want to be able to do stuff. We want to be able to make things. I don't even know what those things are. I don't think I ever noticed him being up on that little pedestal. He's very large on that pedestal, that lion. Exit. How many more realms do we got? 1, 2, something. All the wrong buttons. All the wrong buttons. Ah, just the one. Mulan. Ooh. That worked out. We're going all the way across. Ooh. Right. And in there. How far in here? Pretty far in here. Nope. There we go. I was like, any second now. Give it to me. Okay. No more? All right. Now, scour and then Eternity Isle time bending? Or time bending and then? I don't want to scour first. You are not. You are not. You are not. Who is? Anna is.
The number of friendly residents in this valley.
Not you. Not you.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
She's not a gatherer anymore. Crap. She's a snippet catcher now. She's a snippet catcher now. We'll just forget everything that we were planning on doing and go do this. It's called being flexible. I'm flexible. All right, I'm going to eat another cracker. Yes, exactly. As long as she's doubling my stuff, I don't care. There it goes. She's like behind by one, though. Oh, no, there it is. I was like... Do I have another one somewhere? I don't think I do. Alright, so then we can go... here. Alright, and then... Da-dun, da-da. Oh, so... I'm finally committing to a book series that I have not committed to before. It's one of those ones always been on my list. Like, you should really make time to read that. But it's 6 books long, and they're big books. So it's not like it's like, oh yeah, and in a week you'll be done. So I finished the first book, and then I was like, I need a break. So I did a collection of short stories. Matheson. Is it Richard Matheson? I really enjoyed his short stories. So that was nice, and it was a nice little kind of palate cleanser. And then I was like, okay, maybe it's time to go ahead and look at the second book of the series. And I use the Libby app, and I listen to most of the books that I read on audio now because that is how I am able to fit that into my schedule. And whether or not you have big opinions on whether or not audiobooks count or not, I really am not interested. I don't appreciate being people gatekeeping reading. And if you feel that strongly, I hope you, you know, apply your rules to yourself. But I went to borrow the second book in the series, and it was not available for 2 weeks at the earliest. And I was like, well, shit. So I put a hold on it so that when it was available, I could borrow it. And then I was like, well, what am I going to do to fill the time? So I just picked another random collection of short stories. Now, the funny thing is that, I don't know, at least a third to half of them were books I've already read. So I was like, oh, I would then, but they were different authors and or different, not authors, voice recordings of them. So I would get like a third of the way, a quarter of the way into the book, and, or like sometimes even like a paragraph or two into the book, and I'd be like, hey, wait a second. I've heard this before, just with somebody else reading it. So that was kind of funny. But but my book is available now, so Monday I get to start reading the second book in the series. So that's fun. I've already been down here. You go over here. Oh man, I have high hopes that they're gonna improve the spawn rates up here in the Vale. Up here, just in the Vale. All right, now. You are going to cost 5,000 to upgrade. Ooh, reorder a story. Let's do that, because I have a story to reorder, and I'm going to get points for it, which is exactly what I want to do. Bom, bom. That's an odd. Okay, it's my last one. Be nice if they gave us more of these in the updates. Okay. Ooh, there's lots of pieces. Yep. It's a little hat. All right. Is this the corner? Fantastic. That looks like water at the stairs. That looked like an edge, but there's no way. Okay. And there. Oh. Here it is. What are you? What are you? Who are you? You're not as obvious, your direction. It looks like his hand. Oh, I see you. Okay. Is this here? Is this not here? Weird. Okay, I'm gonna stick you back in there because you are misbehaving. What about this one? That's definitely an edge. I think the other one may not be an edge. That goes there. That doesn't fit there. This one fits here. Okay. And then... Is this not an... This is not an edge. Stop trying to make it an edge. I can't really tell what where the other edge is. There should be another one right here. But it's not that. Oh, good. The kid is playing with the ball right outside. Hey! Stop, please. He's throwing rubber bouncy balls at the door. Like, please don't. Oh, and now the older child is deciding he has to come in and tell the younger child what to do. So fun. Okay. can hear the music of this. Of the Sorcerer's Apprentice. While putting this puzzle together. Okay. You don't go there. Okay, we have another hat. That is not how that goes. Okay, it's not that hat. Oh. I just want to rotate it 14 times. Is that fine? That's fine, right? Oh, nope. Okay. This goes like this. There it is. And... Nah. I don't need to do it right this second. That one goes there. Okay. Okay, I know that's going to be a hat shape and something else. Is it that one? Okay. And then it must be this. And you... go there. Alright. Oh, go in your spot, please. Alright, well that was the last one for now. I have enjoyed these. They're not like super, super hard, but like they're just challenging enough to be fun, and I always like puzzles, so... you know. Always like puzzles. But, no. But look at this. That's the last one, and that's 27 out of 30, which means we've got at least another 3, and then there's still more legs to go after that. So they obviously are going to add more, which is fantastic. I am totally down. Okay, snippet catching. I don't need to do more snippet catching, so we can do this, and then we can do this, and then we can go back to the valley, and we can go to the... it doesn't matter where we go, because we need to get a gatherer anyway. So let's find a gatherer, since Anna isn't one anymore. How many more crackers do I have? 2. Cracker time! Spreadsheet and go, who the heck is a gatherer anymore? A forager, whatever the heck they are anymore. Hey you.
Howdy, partner.
Want to play? It's playtime. Let's hang out. Alright, so now we can go get fruits again. Fruits. Da, fruit, da, fruit, da. I'm not time bending next. What am I doing after gathering? Well, I'm going to go to the Forgotten Lands. That is what I'm going to do. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. We're going to sell this stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to do on a daily basis that I have not done yet today. Oh gosh. Okay, okay, okay. It's fine. 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 What you doing, Goofy? Not a real memory? Fine. I'm not worrying about saving up memories. I have had pretty good luck getting the memories done by gardening every day, which is something that is in my current rotation unless I really don't have enough time. Just because I'm on the hunt for coins on a regular basis. And I've been doing pretty well with balancing I try to make over 2 million coins, and then I try and go spend down to about 1 million, and it helps me feel like I'm able to buy enough stuff at any given time to feel like I'm making a dent in, like, just making sure I have enough supplies for when I want to go decorate a room. Obviously, I'm not necessarily planning out, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm not planning out the rooms in advance, apart from trying to think about what rooms go together and what, like the lounge, I know I want it to be darker. It may not turn out that way. My kitchen turned out blue. I figured I probably was going to do like a colorful counter set as opposed to like the black, white, and gray. We've got it just plain. We've got it with marble, you know, concrete. But I figured I'd use either the blue, the red, the tiled look, like the one that's wooden and tiled, or Tiana's. And it ended up being the blue, as we have seen today. Or if you have watched my kitchen decorating video, which if you have, I appreciate. But I don't really plan it out in advance. The room that's coming out on Monday, the dining room, I knew I wanted it to be a dining room. I kind of had an idea when I was going into the decorating what I thought it might turn into, and then it did not. It turned into something completely different than what I had expected it to. And I still liked it. It was still fun. I just kind of I let the moment I'm doing the decorating combined with the stuff that I come across kind of just dictate the direction I take. So right now I have an idea for the lounge, which will be the room after the dining room. But it may not turn out that way when I pull up all the menus, start recording, and go, oh, I actually really like this couch, or I really like this floor, or I really like this window. What goes with that? And so I don't really have big grandiose plans. So when I go buy stuff, like I might do a little bit of that now. I might go buy stuff from Scrooge's shop. Did I not pick blueberries? Did I already hit tea? I already hit tea. That's why. Okay, it's fine. But I don't know what I'm going to purchase in advance, so I'm just trying to fill up my stock as much as possible, and then inevitably I'll pick a chair that I need 4 of and I only have 2, or like I'll want a whole wall full of windows and I'll only have 4 of them, and I'll have to go to Scrooge's shop, or I'll have to go craft. That's the other one I've had to do, is go craft, or both. So I need to try and leave myself enough coins in case I need to purchase something. So I try not. I think the lowest I spent down to was about 800,000, but then I was like, I have to hold on to some coins just in case I need to finish decorating this room. All right. Well, now I've done that. I'm gonna go scour the Forgotten Lands, and then we'll see where we're at time-wise, because we're about 14 minutes before officially my goal of 3 hours is done for stream. Although I felt kind of bad. So Thursday, some of my regulars came in kind of late in the night, which was fine. I have no problem. Everybody's got, their own timing and stuff, and I don't expect people to show up on time. That's never gonna be the way. And honestly, I don't even know, some of them might have been hanging out for a while before they actually said anything. Also fine. Love lurkers. I am also a lurker pretty frequently. But they came in kind of late, and then we were all super chatty for a while. And so I was like, oh, I should end the stream soon, because it was already after 3 hours. And then for some, like, almost an hour passed. And I was like, oh, crap, I need to go. My husband was falling asleep on the couch. I was like, I'm sorry. I love you. I snuggle you. And he was like, I thought we might watch this one thing, but I think it might be too late for that. And I'm like, well, that's probably true. And we have since watched it, so it'll keep, you know. Content is not perishable. Although sometimes, you know, things expire, I guess, or like agreements run out and leave services. But it was a YouTube video, so unless there's some kind of drastic copyright thing where they don't correct it and repost, usually there isn't a time limit on that stuff either. Usually. I'm sure I say that and somebody will be like, actually, there's this one thing. And I'll be like, oh, I didn't know. All right, well, not as much had spawned as I hoped. I'm glad I waited a little bit longer just to give it more time. But that's okay. I did get some more Darkwood, which... Oh, look. Gold. All right, did I get everything? Oh. No. I don't need a ton more ginger, but it's always nice to get extra because then you can just sell stuff. Ooh, hello. More Darkwood, more Darkwood. Anywhere, anywhere. I'll take it all. All the Darkwood. Now, if I try and go build a large chest, am I going to be like, oh, that's okay? Or am I going to be super disappointed with how much Darkwood I actually have? We'll find out. All right. Is that a functional item? It is. Ugh. Look at that. I could make one. I have 36. It's all right. Let's look at this. This will make me feel better. I'm glad I did that one first. Okay, so this is furniture, right? And these are the ones that require... No. These are the ones... No. Okay, it's not those then. What is it? Is it special? No. Fragments? Yes. So these are the ones that require glimmer. So 25 glimmer. Tavern pianos, 25. Okay, 25. These require... Oh, I don't have all of the stuff. But 25 isn't bad. Are they all 25? Okay, so that's what? 5, 10, 15, 16. 16 times 25. So that's 400. But if I can get 50 a day, that's only 8 days. That's about a week. Now, that doesn't get me all the other parts. But can you break down like the parts like these? Because this is 4. But if I've got 13 and I only need 10, you know, I could break that stuff down. Oh, I forgot about that. I have 35 of those. Sword in the stone. Bing Bong's wagon. This should have gone in my mudroom. Maybe I should have a storage room. They've got those partitions, you know? Does this actually hang from the ceiling? It looks like it might. Mythic vase. I should totally put this in my, like, ceramics outdoor studio thing. Wonder where I would put this room. Or what room I would put this in. Maybe in a trophy room? No. Maybe I should make a throne room. I'll put that on my list. I don't have one on my list. I have a trophy room on my list. And thematically, a trophy room and a throne room would go on the same floor. Or it could. I don't need anything else out of there. I don't think. If not, I can get back in it. Okay. We're looking at this spreadsheet. And we're looking for my decorating series planner thingy. Okay, so I'm going to put down here throne room. I do have like, what does somebody call it? A money room and a safe room. And I don't know if they meant safe as in like you can go in there and lock it and be safe if like you had a home invasion situation, or if it's like a safe room as in that's where you keep your safe and money. But that's not bad. I'm gonna need more of the stuff, like this stuff, green stone carving. Apparently I haven't even found that yet. That's disappointing. But I'm pretty sure you can upcycle that kind of stuff, right? You can do, yeah, these things, right? Because usually you have to make them out of the same kind of thing. So like if I broke down 25 of these, then that would give me enough to make, you know, I mean, I'd need the mist. But look, I got over 50k mist just from doing the time bendy stuff that I did. Okay. Scrooge's shop. Do I need to do Scrooge's shop? Got 7 minutes to go. What do I have on my person? Maybe I should just go drop stuff off. I could go drop stuff off. We don't have to get all the way to 3 hours. If we're kind of at a natural conclusion, there's not pressure for that. People in the hall. And I got stuff I gotta deal with. I gotta deal with my youngest has been misbehaving at school. 7, so we're bound to go through that. Oh, I meant to put that up there. So he's grounded from some stuff this weekend. He's got some chores that I'm insisting that he does more thoroughly than normal. So I really need to go out and kind of give some additional supervision. I wasn't here yesterday because I was at work, so he only had, you know, one parent who was also having to do other stuff here to try and remind him. So he's gotten an extra day to get some of his chores done, but it would be helpful if I could also handle some of that burden of trying to keep a 7-year-old focused. But and then I got laundry because I'm out of socks. Well, I have socks, but they're from a previous sock purchase, and they're all starting to wear down at about the same rate. And so it's just like, these all are dying slowly, and I really need to have newer socks. My new socks that are better quality and like they're thicker and more cushy and warmer and all of that. So I prefer them over the old socks anyway. The old socks were cuter because my new socks are all black, but like the old ones are like multicolored stripes and stuff. And I like color. So okay, we dealt with that. Let me look at my menus and see if there's anything else that's presenting itself as a, hey, you should probably do that today. The menu, not the menu, the map. That seems fine. Collection is good. I went to all of Scrooge's shops, the event. None of this is current. Like, we've already discussed this stuff. Not buying anything in this shop. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think this is probably a natural stopping point, and you know, even if we didn't make it fully to 3 hours, but that is okay. It doesn't have to be. I went over last time, so what are you gonna do? All right, should be here on Thursday. Double check my schedule, my calendar of events. I don't really think there's anything that I'm going to have to cancel for ahead of time. In the foreseeable future. Yeah, no big events are jumping out. No big plans are jumping out. Obviously, I can cancel at any time. I will do my best to keep the updates on all the platforms, theoretically. I will do my best. I'm not always great with that. I try, but I don't have like a checklist for it yet. Maybe I should create a checklist for that. And put it in my spreadsheet. Surprise. So yeah, I guess I should say, you know, subscribe, follow, do the thumb things, do the click things, all of that stuff. And I hope you have a lovely day, night time, wherever you are, whenever you are. And I'll see you next time. Bye.